Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Many Ninja speaking, and welcome to the latest installment of the fun times, and I use the term loosely, of Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z online gameplay. Just to make sure I was giving the game as much of a fair shake as possible, I went back in for another session or so of online gameplay, both co-op and battle mode, and this is what came up. Enjoy! This first matchup actually has a bit of an unbalanced team on both sides, being that on the team which I'm playing on, we only have 2 retries in order to go through, since two of us are using retry 0 characters. On the other hand, the other team actually has 3 retry 0 characters that, based on the level that I noticed on both sides, the other team had played the game a bit more than us overall, and seemed to have the items to go along with it, and to be honest, it's not just the items alone, a little more experience to go with it too. Hindsight being 2020, if I had known that the entire rest of the team, which I'll see in a second, wait, there we go. If I had known the entire other team would get knocked out all at the same time, I would have not picked such a slow character. Broly is powerful, but he is clumsy, slow, and a big target. That didn't go well. Okay, slight change of plans. Very next matchup, pick Super Saiyan Goku 2. A lot faster there, not nearly as powerful, but he does have instant transmission, which in this case can be a godsend. Which for reasons that'll become incredibly obvious in 1 second. Mere seconds into the match, someone's already down. But instant transmission will allow a quick instant revive. Now, only if I wasn't getting him beat up as I was attempting that revive then. At least on the bright side, Super Saiyan 2 Goku is actually a pretty strong melee character, along with the fact he at least has 1 retry to go with him. And instant transmission, as you can see, is already starting to pay off big time. Long story short, if you have a character that can teleport, it really helps a lot. Unless you get knocked out as a teleport character, then you're kind of done. Free piece of advice, ladies and gentlemen. If you're playing as a excuse me, just a second, I gotta revive someone. Okay. As I was about to say, if you're playing... Okay, 1 more second, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, another teleport, revive. Okay. Why, ladies and gentlemen? As you can see, for good reason why, if you're playing as a character that is pretty much 0 retries, you really need to bump up. Okay, this is not funny anymore. Yep. 0 retries, equip a senzu bean if you have the room allowing it. Otherwise, you're going to have to hope someone can run around and save you each and every time. And that's what happens when it doesn't work. That was not funny at the end there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, maybe next round will be better. Okay, still a case of at least 2 retry 0 characters, but surely they have a proper set of equipment and items in order to boost up things like the precarious health situation. Surely that must be the case. That is... Super Saiyan God Goku character is not looking good right now. That was a very quick drop of health in a few seconds there. Someone must have been on the business end of a super or something. As a side note, it's not exactly the most sportsmanlike thing to do sometimes, but if you notice your other team, your opposing team doesn't have a full set of people, you can usually get away with targeting something like a CPU player, just because odds are, as it is a random pick, your opponent has not really upgraded or attached items to just generic characters that they may or may not use a lot, and therefore you'll only... That was a very short round. As I was saying, you'll probably have a chance to pick on someone that'll be a fairly easy target, since most of the time people only really upgrade the character they're using at that moment. Okay, between a lot of us on this particular match, we have 1 retry. How well can this go, ladies and gentlemen? And wait.
Who's lagging?
That's a very good question. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I inserted this little clip just because this is an idea of what happens when there's a lot of latency issues. I mean, this is more vicious than the stuff I was showing in the first recording from just a few days ago. At this point, I'm trying to actually, if I recall correctly, I'm actually trying to select anyone as a target, but things are lagging so badly that the input is basically getting rejected, and we're just firing off anything that can work to anyone that's in range. That's how well this round went. Even in the console games, there are pacing issues with anything with the Dragon Ball Z label on it. Go figure. Okay, seriously though, enough of this nonsense. We're gonna skip the rest of this match because it stays like this for basically the entire rest of the course and is unwatchable. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, seriously. Everyone really loves using retry zero characters, and I don't know why. Seriously though, for a game that at least attempts to advertise itself as wanting you to focus on setting up a balanced team setup there, if you go into the online mode, and especially the battle mode setup, almost everyone will be picking retry zero characters. At least that's how it's been in my experience. Of course, if you can get one shot at effectively, since, surprise, surprise, you're facing equally overpowered people for the most part, you have to make sure you'll be able to save anyone at any given moment, because otherwise it's going to be very, very short match setups. I don't even know how that one ended, ladies and gentlemen. But there you go. Onward to the next one. For this last matchup of this particular video, I decided to switch away from any of the general Saiyan characters which get used and abused to hell in this online setup, and let's try to give Big Green a setup here. Honestly, Piccolo is not a bad character, but you don't see a lot of him online for some reason. And I don't know what happened there. That was the synchro like a broken up, only to continue after the fact. Another reason why I like Piccolo? Hellzone Grenade. If you have enough time in order to really set it up and just set up a lot of projectiles to just home in on someone, it can actually do a ridiculous amount of damage. Wait, gotta revive someone? Hold on. Okay. Fouled up on the whole revive thing, but you still have at least two of them. Still good. Well, crap. Okay, now this one can work. I think the difference in that match was just who got the first revive. I suppose really that's online in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen. We'll try to go through some stuff for the co-op section next time. Take care, and catch y'all later.